There is a wonderful quote from Lord Actions that say, "Power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. Almost all great men are bad people." This is going to be our Nexus podcast for today, and we are going to discuss beautifully, handsomely on politics. Who are those that we call politicians? What have they done? And I'm not going to do it all alone. I have with me a very vibrant youth, articulate, amazing, and is well-read. I have Abdulrazak Habibullah Olarewaju.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you to, how do you feel being on the episode with us today? How do you feel?
I'm excited because I'm going to share my views on what politics is and how we can improve as young lands.
Okay, let's put it this way. When we talk about politics, several individuals from the past and even currently, they've, in one way or the other, defined what politics is all about. But my own preview of it is youth in particular should be our focus. Do you think our youth of nowadays, they are being engaged holistically as matter of politics concerned?
If we are to talk about if youth are being engaged or not, we are going to talk about a lot of aspects.
Okay.
In some aspects, youth are being engaged. In some aspects, youth are not being engaged. Let me talk about the way youth are being engaged. Youth are being engaged to be an evil tools. Even though some who are appointed as special assistants or aides, some commissioners, if you look at them or ministers, they are not even doing their works as youth. What they are doing is just to defend, criticize, blame people, instead of them to focus on the progress of the nation or the country or the communities. They were the one you found labeling, slander people just because of what? A token they will be receiving, because they want to remain in that position and they want to be known. They are not contributing to the factors that can influence the state or the nations. So in such ways, they are training them not to be useful again in case of eventuality. Let's assume they now want to contest for something. They will now use it against them, like when you are a commissioner, where instead of you to focus on what you are to do, you are there blackmailing, criticizing people unnecessary. So in such way, they are involving us and they are engaging us. But such engagement and involvement is for us not to be useful for ourselves.
How do you mean that the engagement most of the youth are getting as patronage, they are not going to be useful for themselves? How?
Because you are a commissioner.
Okay.
I'm serving maybe as an essay to someone, or let's assume an opposition.
Okay.
Instead of me to criticize you constructively, let's assume you are lacking in such a way, I can make a recommendation for you on how to improve what you can do that can make you to have a progress. Instead of that, I will not focus on that. What I will focus is, Unique is a thief. He embezzled 1.3 million without even a VAT, without even VAT to back it up. I'm doing that just for me to get a stipend or whatever you can call it for my own boss. And in such a way, I'm not going to be useful, because the money that I'm getting is not something that will be useful for me. They are not training me to be useful to the community, to contribute. If you want to be a good factor to the community, you contribute in a way of what they are lacking. You contribute that can influence the community, not other way around.
Okay, let's make it this way. There are responsibilities of an individual to oneself. There are responsibilities of an individual to the larger society. Now, as an aid to public figures or public officers, are you trying to say the mode of engagement the youth are getting, are they going to be self-sustained by the time they are not in the power, in the corridor of power? Again, let's take, for instance, you have served someone as his or her aide for about 3 years or 4 years of his or her term in office. The moment the person is not there again as an elected officer or as a person with that portfolio, can our youth sustain their life outside that politics?
My brother, if you look at Nigeria politics we are practicing, we can't, because the responsibility attached to what you are given is not based on what you are given. It was based on recommendation. Like whatever we recommend to you is what you are going to do. That means there is no responsibility. Let's assume and media it.
Okay.
My function is to write what is going on in government.
Okay.
But nowadays, it's not about you focusing on the main integrity of what you have to do.
Okay.
It's to focus on what your godfather or what the recommendation says. Okay. Like just be blaming the opposition.
Okay.
So a lot of us, if after the government, a lot of aides, commissioners, ministers cannot sustain themselves because the money they were given is just a token. Even if some states, they are commissioners, they cannot even write a budget. The governor write the budget for them. You just give them a token to execute. So in such a way, how can you expect such a person to sustain himself outside policies? Because a lot of them, they are not focusing on another things. They have seen politics as a career job.
Okay, this aspect you just mentioned now as career, do you have opinion that we have politicians who have made politics solely as a career, that they do not have any other thing, any other source of income outside politics?
There are a lot of them in Nigeria politics. I will not mention names.
Okay,
but if you do your research very well, there are some senators rep since 1999. They have been in Senate.
And they are still there.
They are still there up to now. Even though when one of them contested, he showed interest for presidential ambition. When he lost, he was given the senatorial ticket again. Because they have seen this as do and die politics. They cannot sustain, they cannot live, they cannot function without the politics. That is the society we are now. A lot. And if you are talking about career politics, we are talking about people that are there not to make a good value to the governance, but to add to it so that they will continue seeing the money to finance themselves and their family.
Okay, this is it. There is this analogy that I do normally believe about. Let's say in football or major league sports, there is a certain age that you can play, for instance, football, a professional football. And there is a certain age, even though it is not compulsory, but it is expected that at certain age, you cannot perform with your agility and you cannot function as expected. Let's say if you are 45, 50 years, it is expected that you need to just go and relax. They say you retire. Even in, in service, if you are a teacher, if you are a force or whatsoever you are doing under the government, it is expected that by age of 60 or you have served the nation or your state for about 35 years, you can just retire. So why is it that it is difficult for people in politics that the only thing that can retire them is, let's say, natural occurrence like sickness or death? So why is it that they don't have a peg for, if you have served the country or if you have served the people for 20 years or maximum 30 years, go and retire? So why would we have people that from 1999 to this moment, and these are the people that the next election, they will still want to be on the ballot? So what do you think you have to say about that?
My brother, if you look at those who designed the constitutions of Nigeria,
okay,
the constitution majorly were designed for service interest.
How?
If you look at the constitution very well, there are a lot of clauses. The constitution were designed to favor the elite, not the low class. If you look at it like their retirement, let's assume I'm opportune to be a president. After president, I cannot contest for anything.
Okay.
But I will be a godfather. That godfather, I will be dictating, I will be bringing people, and those people will be funding me as well. Forget that.
But wait, on that, godfatherism is not specifically mentioned in any part of the constitution. So if anyone is trying to say, I'm doing this just because of the influence of my godfather, should we not take that person irresponsible?
My brother, we can't. Do you know why?
Okay.
The reason being is, even though the ticket you were given was given based on recommendation of someone, not solely based on your competence or your value to the community. We don't give tickets to people nowadays, even though if you are doing a lot of things to your community and someone from somewhere, let's assume is living abroad, just show up and he finance the community, they will give the person the ticket, because everything now is money politics. Not based on value, not based on competency, but based on, is he going to loyal to me? Is he going to follow the script I play? Everything is not about constitutional. If you look at those senators, there are traditional ways in constitutional. It's not written, but outside the constitution, it's written.
This is getting very deep. Okay, now let's take it one after the other. When we talk about people getting into the position of leadership through politics, people fought because of the conscience that if this man or this woman should get to this position, he or she will get back to the society and help us. But there is a particular trend that is going on now. You will see someone that starts doing kind of maybe empowerment, helping the needy, the sick, financing education of people, the downtrodden. But after a while, the next thing you will see is come and vote for me. Is that a justification for the philanthropic gesture of that person, or it's just a call to service?
Oh my brother, to be sincere with ourselves, okay. In this Nigeria we have now, let's assume I'm Habib.
Okay.
I don't have money.
Okay.
And I'm contributing to the progress of my community, maybe through sensitizations to the youth on drug abuse. If you see anyone that harass you, there is this way you can do community services. A lot of people can applaud you with such like, Habib is trying.
You are a hero.
But my dear brother, if someone from somewhere show up and is continue giving people money, doing empowerment, most of the empowerment nowadays is for service interest. Because they are expecting you to pay them back. A lot of people don't do things nowadays feasibility, for God's sake. They do it for, they are expecting you to pay the return, transactional motive. They are expecting you to pay them back. A lot of people that have foundations, the foundations now, some politicians created, they have a lot of foundations. You see something, Sikiru Ali Foundation, Kineka Ali Foundation, Sikiru, you see a lot of foundations. Those foundations, not all.
I wanted to
not
say
all.
Yes.
But most of the foundations were created because they are expecting you to come and vote for them. They are coming back. A lot of the politicians or individuals, they are not helping the less privileged based on their conscience, or they have love for the people. It's because of what they are expecting in return.
What I think is this, as an individual, there is a limitation to what you can do to help people. So in most cases also, the otherwise part of it is some people created the platforms such that if they are helping the needy, the masses, they feel by the time they are in the position of authority, they can access and harness more of these opportunities that they can give to their people. It may not necessarily be because they are doing the NGO because they want to transact your vote for them, but it's just because if you give them more opportunity, if you are spending from your own pocket, so it will be easier for you when you get to the authority to do more. I think that is another motive behind it. But there is something I want us to sharply talk about. Most of this work that our politicians are doing, 80 or 90% of it have been assigned to youth to do before they get to the position of authority. But there is this common saying that waste, I would say use and dump. Wasted youth. Do you agree that most of the youth of nowadays, with their potential, they are still being dumped after being used?
Let me talk about the last thing you said, the use and dump. The use and dump will continue to exist in our country. The reason why it will continue to exist is very simple. You have potential, the ability to try to convince people, audience. They will now call on you, my brother, we have been seeing your works on media. We believe we can work together. When they call the person, instead of being to negotiate with them, I'm ready to work with you, you'll be giving me a stipend, but whatever will happen, if fortunately you emerge, let's take it into written. You are going to give me this is what is going to happen. But a lot of us want to be associated, or we want us to be seen. We want people to be seeing us with them. We forget about that. We focus on us like I'm working with Dr. Kinikon. That has the main priority we focus on. Instead of us to focus on
Mutual partnership.
Yeah, the mutual partner. Okay. What we assist, the benefit you see and the value you have to your boss. We only focus on, I want them to see me with them. And in life, generally, you should be expecting betrayers. If you are doing things with anyone, even your own father can betray you.
At a point.
Your own father. But in a written way, not father, I'm talking about written.
Okay.
Is what you can sue the person for. This is agreement between us. I work for him. And there should be a documentation. What you are writing, be documenting it down. Create a Gmail. Yesterday, when you wrote an article for someone, post it there. So that for verification, they can search for it and they will see that thoroughly he worked for it. And this is their negotiation when working. If this, secondly, we shouldn't see if you are being called upon and someone promised me, like, after you work for me and I emerge, I will give you commissioner. My brother, after the written, don't just focus on that, because the agreement can change.
Yes.
When the agreement change, the only thing you can do, you can sue and the person can appeal and pay for damages. But you must have another career apart from what you are doing. Politics. That is the only way you can be valuable and create value to ourselves. Because a lot of us have relied on social person. I'm working for a politician. Well, what is the assurance that the person I'm working for will emerge? And I believe if the person emerge, he will give me maybe director of something. And later on, he did not give me. What would I do? At least things must be in written. That's the essence.
I'm appreciating your energy. I'm enjoying it, and I want to believe viewers at home, they are also enjoying you. This is it. You talk about when there is disparity in agreements you've had, and it is on your own purview to either sue the person or call the person out. One of the idiosyncrasies of nowadays youth is we forget about documentation, official documentation of things, agreements. We only feel, oh, by the time he or she emerges, then he's not going to pay me back, right? Okay, what of some of those who are just, downtrodden? They don't have that wherewithal or money to even take some legal approach. How will you advise them? What should they do?
How much are we paying lawyers?
Our lawyers are collecting money now.
When you presumed. I've in NBA, Nigeria Bar Association, I've worked there before. So then some lawyers. I will not mention any lawyers' names. If you reach out to them, I'm a graphic design. A politician called on me that I should be working for him. And nowadays, a lot of people promise what they cannot render. And I don't want to suffer for this consequence, sir. Sir, I need your help. I want to document this. I want it to be in a written agreement between me and the person has accepted to sign. Sir, what help can you do for? At least the person can consider you. The only thing they need is just for them to print and attach their what do they call it?
Common seal.
Yeah, their name is being written and their supreme, their core barcode. Some people might even do it for free for you.
Almost pro bono.
Because they believe a lot of lawyers nowadays, if you look at them, they are doing pro bonos because of nothing, because they want to add value to the community, because they believe a lot of people who are suffering for this crisis of things is because of their less privilege. That's the main thing they can do. Reach out. You reach out, you consult people, you learn from people, because orally sometimes doesn't work out.
Now on that, some people, as you have opined the other time, some people have been involved or engaged into politics or governance just to be attack dogs, and forgetting the fact that after politics there is life outside politics. What would be your own recommendation to people of that nature, that they are always on attacking mode? They are not regular about giving people second sense of thought that, maybe the only thing is the moment it is on, it is fire for fire. Do you have any advice or something you can give?
The advice is very simple. If they are pushing you, don't push yourself. Your future is not my future. My future is not your future. You might be there today and attacking people. You might not be there tomorrow. What of you are not there? that means I've affected my own future because of you. And a lot of things will not come my way, they will use it against me. When you know, even though, let's assume you serve as a data boy, and your boss release an article or piece, whatever you might call it, and ask you to share it, firstly go through it. When you know it's something that can cause problem to your own image, let's assume the piece is about defamation of someone's names, my brother, don't share it. Because the statement they are giving you today, even though you are not working with them, you might get it for another place. Why will you not destroy your own future because of someone that is giving you just a snippet? Not just that, is adding value to your own life. In essence, don't compromise your own integrity for anyone. Don't compromise. You get, just because you are a governor today does not mean I cannot be a governor tomorrow. Why would I stain my own personality, integrity, my family name because of you? At least my own name is important. The importance of my name is me protecting it without cost, not because of the 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. That cannot redeem my image. That is my advice for them. If you are an attack dog, I don't know whatever name they call them. Observe carefully. Call yourself, be cognizant of what you be posting online, because a lot of people are taking note. If you look at what is going, some people that have done things like 10 years, 15 years back on Twitter, you see them, they will still bring it back.
Yeah, social media doesn't forget.
Because they can use it against you, and I don't want anyone to spoil my own image, because I want to be a governor, a president, and I want my own child as well to be proud of me.
Exactly. Now, on this note, I can see you are already vibrating, and I love it. This is what I want us to now talk about. We talk from the angle of those in the government. What of the opposition party members, whom what they feel they can do best is to spin narrative, is to make things that are not, let me just use what, fake news, in order to damage the reputation of the incumbent government. Do you think it's one thing we need in our democracy?
My brother, opposition. We only give meaning to things. There's nothing ambiguous for definition of opposition. But our mentality, or just because we want to take over things, is making us to sprint what is not sprintable. I'm an opposition member. Let's assume. Just because I'm an opposition member doesn't mean I should be sharing or writing what is not logical just because I want to spoil someone government. What you can do, if you know the president is not doing something worthy, you criticize him on that, and you make a recommendation. If that recommendation is being followed, after that you observe, you now write another piece like, you see, our party has a lot of things in cupboard. If you are being given the opportunity, we do a lot of things. You can see the present government, they are not utilizing it. Is our recommendation that they follow to. You get the point. So that is what they need. You be like a compass to the government, not that you want to be redirecting the government to another thing entirely. We have realized that this and this and that have been things you've been unable to do well, and we have recommendation. By the time you want to do your own campaign, you can now campaign with that. You imagine we are the one that I think I got that. And rather than you writing things that you cannot even prove, just because you want to be in government. Trust me, what you do today, it's coming back to you tomorrow. Those people who are in the ruling party, they might be in the opposition tomorrow. The same narrative you are pushing, they will push it as well. That is, be constructive. Make a recommendation. If they do not follow it, be writing it down. You can use it as campaign. So happen on this also date, and we believe this is recommendations. And they didn't follow it. You write. I've seen some something alternative by Segun Otunba Sowunmi. It's a criticism of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu government is doing something illogical to his own perspective, if you write letter to them, recommendation where he believe they can do better, that is kind of what opposition should be doing. That is what we call opposition. Bringing solution to the problem and let people know you are the one that brings the solution. Let people see it, let it be feasible. That is opposition. Opposition doesn't mean you should be sprinting what is not sprinting. Blackmailing. Fake news. It doesn't want it. It doesn't. And a lot of fake news we are pushed is what is happening to us today. Genocide, it's happened now. The genocide happened because you want to spoil one government. You push the narrative then. What is now happening when you are in the government? For some people, not the president, some people that pushes them. What's now happening now? That is why I said, whatever you do is coming back to you tomorrow.
In fact, thank you, and I want to appreciate you for being part of this episode. It's been an energetic and amazing experience so far. But because of our time, I would like you to, in 1 minute, what do you think would be your recommendation, generally, holistically, so that our democracy can work? We can have peaceful society. We can have a society that our economy, our health sector, every other sectors that are attached to human endeavors, we can live and live well.
My recommendation is we should all get involved.
Okay.
We can all get involved, not through social media, through hashtag, abusing people. We should all create structure, participate in your ward meeting, whatever party you belong to, contribute, add value to it. And it doesn't sometimes, there are some apero mekunu.
Okay.
They are doing something reasonable presently now.
Okay.
You don't have anyone financing the apero mekunu. They tax themselves every month. We should be contributing money. It's among themselves. They will raise someone. They will campaign for that person with their own money.
Okay.
They want to create value. Not that they want someone for somewhere that is not part of the progress or the community, that does not understand what people are feeling. We just come from somewhere and take the ticket. With the youth, if you do not participate, trust me, they will continue to be users. And we need to be logical and be of a critical thinker. You cannot just be there, allow someone to dictate your life for you without you reflecting on the negative and the positive of it.
But they say he who pays the pipers dictates his tones.
My brother, that's a lie. I'm serious. You got me. Torí pé o sanwó fún mi kó wá báyé tèmi jẹ́ ni. You can't. Just because you give me 1 million. 1 million. I'm working for you. You give me 1 million naira. My future, my brother, just because I'm working for you. Your future is important. As a reasonable person, as your head or whatever I am to you, my responsibility is to add value to you. Your own responsibility as well is to add value to me.
It is give and take.
Yes, but me le wa ba ye tèmi jẹ́ nítorí pé mo ń sí yan kí bo para mi jẹ́.
I love that.
That is how it should be.
Thank you so much. This is where we are going to have a pause for this episode. I want to believe very soon we are going to appear again on our podcast, because there are still a lot of things to discuss that we are yet to take ourselves to because of time and some other shrinking efforts. But thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. We've been having on the episode comrade. He's a comrade. You can see he's been boiling and he's been energetic. Abdurazak Habibullah Olariwaju. He's a political analyst and he's a writer, and at the same time he loves so much contributing his own quota to the development of his immediate and larger society. Thank you for joining us, and we are on Nexus Podcast, where we connect people on politics, education, health, and other things like sports, entertainment. Thank you for joining us. My name is Bashir Lukman Olariwaju. Till next time, stay safe, share, comment, and react to our podcast. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.